Shavua Tov. For those who weren't able to join us this Shabbat for our learning, here's a summary of some of what we learned. Our learning was in loving memory of Manny Harris's late sister, and we wish comfort to him and all the family, and we hope that our learning will help to elevate her neshama, to elevate her soul. One of the themes that we talked about was the idea that all of us are actually spiritual beings that are existing in physical bodies. So rather than our physical selves being the permanent part of ourselves, it's our soul that was here before our physical bodies and will be there after our physical bodies. And that influences what happens in this life and this physical world. Interestingly, the Chumash, the 5 books of Moses, don't talk about the world to come. The focus needs to be on this world. We have to do our best to do the best job that we can in this world. But we do understand that in Judaism, our worldview is that we are connected to a bigger picture, and we may have had past lives and future lives that are also going to be part of that journey of that spiritual self. And a big purpose of these Gilgulim, these reincarnations, for want of a better translation, are that we have the opportunity to rectify or to do tikkun, to do repair for things that have happened in past lives. So we have more than one opportunity. If we haven't managed to do what we needed to do spiritually for our souls in the physical body in one life, we're able to come back and have the opportunity to rectify it. And one of the ways we see this played out is in the story of Pinchas and Zimri that we read about last week and this week. So to really understand what happened with Pinchas and Zimri and the others who were involved in this episode, we need to go back and look at another event that happened a long time before that, and then other events that happened in the future, and understand the connection between the spiritual beings that had these 3 different physical experiences. So the key number in all of this is 24,000. That's the key number, 24,000. So we read that in the plague that occurred in the camp after Pinchas kills Zimri, that there are 24,000 who die. And what did they do wrong? We understand they were behaving inappropriately with Midianite women. Now this number 24,000 is a number that we have seen before. And to understand it, we need to go back to the incident of what happened with Dinah, Yaakov's daughter, and Shechem. So Dinah is abducted and raped by Shechem. And there are 24,000 of the men who live in the area who don't speak up and don't intervene, right? Everyone knows that this is what's taking place, and yet nobody steps up and intervenes. And yet afterwards we have this deal that is brokered that these 24,000 men are going to convert to Judaism. Shechem and all of the others are going to go through Brit Milah, through circumcision, and they're going to convert to Judaism. And then on the 3rd day, when they're at their weakest, we see 2 of the sons of Yaakov, Levi and Shimon, who come and attack and kill the men. So we have 24,000 souls, spiritual beings, who died as Jews but never had the opportunity to live as Jews. And what we find out is that in the next Gilgul, in this reincarnation, these 24,000 have an opportunity to live as Jews, but once again they are part of a sin which involves sexual immorality with the Midianite woman. And then we see this number 24,000 once more as well, and it's in the case of Rabbi Akiva's students. 24,000 students of Rabbi Akiva. So how do we understand this idea of tikkun or of repair in relation to this 24,000? Right? This 24,000 did not have the opportunity to live as Jews. They came back and they had that opportunity. That could have been their tikkun, their repair. But they sinned, and as a result of the plague, they died, but they had another opportunity to come back. Now there's another part to this reincarnation story. Shechem comes back as Zimri, right? But once again fails in terms of his relationship, very public relationship with the Midianite woman, and he's killed by Pinchas. The third Gilgul, he comes back as Rabbi Akiva, and he now has the opportunity to bring those souls to Judaism. We understand in the story of Rabbi Akiva that he goes away and he collects 12,000 disciples, but he has to go back because 12,000 isn't enough. He needs to collect all 24. And ultimately, those 24,000 also die in a plague. So we see these 24,000 souls are linked in the 3 different Gilgulim, or reincarnations, these lives. And in each one, there's the opportunity to do tikkun, to do repair. And that their fates are linked throughout time, as are the fates of Shem, Zimri, and later Rabbi Akiva, all of whom are the same spiritual being, even though physically they're in different bodies. I'd like to say thank you and pay tribute to my teacher, Mrs. Samirat Borovitz, who explained this all to me and gave me the opportunity to explain some of it to you. Shavua Tov.